On top of all of the crazy astrology that April has already had, the sun is going to square Pluto on Sunday, April 21st. And this brings up the darkness, you know. Pluto is god of the underworld. In people, this can bring up subterranean, shadowy, dark urges from within that have been buried. These can be sexual in nature. Sometimes these can be violent in nature. Situationally, this has to do with power struggles, domination, ruthlessness, aggression, vulgarity. It can have to do with the death of solar figures such as world leaders, presidents, CEOs, bosses, coaches, fathers. What else? In terms of art, it really brings an attraction to, you know, the darker topics in art. You know, Pluto is god of the underworld, but he's not necessarily all bad. There are Plutonian figures who can be, you know, comedians or creative people, you know, filmmakers, musicians, but then their art usually has those Plutonian topics. Pluto is about transformation. And when the sun squares Pluto, sometimes, you know, the sun represents our ideal, you know, our aspirations, that which is light and bright in the world. And Pluto squaring the sun can show us the shadow side of what we have pedestalized, what we hold ideal. What else can I say about this transit? Yeah, it's happening Sunday. So it's like, you know, we have this Jupiter Uranus conjunction, which if you didn't watch that video, go watch that video because that's one of the most exciting and shocking transits of the year. I did a full video on it. It's posted on YouTube and it's also posted on Instagram. And I'm going to post this video on both places as well. But yeah, Sun square Pluto, the aspect perfects Sunday. It probably started building Thursday night and it'll last through Wednesday. But all of these types of things that I talked about in this video are the kinds of stuff that it brings up. And so we have these cosmic waves coming in, as you see. And April has been really intense astrology, you know, because we've got the Jupiter conjunct Uranus, and it is ruled by, you know, and then we've got Mars in Pisces who just met with Saturn, and that's major emotional pressure, tests of faith. And then here comes Pluto square the sun, bringing another layer of darkness and depths that we have to deal with. And then comes the Scorpio full moon, which is a whole other story and a whole other video. But I just wanted to drop in and tell you that the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, although it's the most exciting transit of the year and what most astrologers are talking about right now, please keep in mind that it is immediately followed by the Sun square Pluto, which is very much a part of the energy of this next week as well. Thank you for joining me. If you would like to have a reading, please contact me. And, you know, I think that most people will be witnessing the Sun square Pluto dynamic on the world stage. But if you have any planets 0 to 3 degrees of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, it will be personal to you. As well as if you have any of at the 0 through 3 degrees of any of the earth signs or air signs, it'll be very personal. So I think a lot of people are going to feel this one personally on varying levels. But there will definitely be a public expression. Yeah.